Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, April 14th. Well, yesterday was the warmest day of the spring so far in much of the I-95 corridor region. High temperatures on Sunday afternoon approached the 80-degree mark in and around D.C. and the Philadelphia metro regions. And today will be a repeat performance with 80 degrees possible in D.C., Philadelphia, Baltimore, well up in the 70s across the New York City metro region. But big changes are on the way. A strong cold front will bring about a significant rain event on Tuesday. Much colder air moves into the I-95 corridor Tuesday night and Wednesday, and there's even an outside chance that as the rain ends later on tomorrow night, some sleet or even snow mixes in all the way down to the I-95 corridor before the precipitation ends later on tomorrow night. Well, let's start off by looking at the 24-hour temperature change map from the Penn State eWall site. Mostly warmer this morning at this time compared to yesterday morning, on the order of 5 to 10 degrees or so. And again, today will be a very warm day. Yesterday and today, certainly the warmest days of the spring so far. 80 degrees in many areas this afternoon. But take a look at what's going on out here over the middle part of the country, all the way into the Rockies and down to Texas. A dramatic cool down from this time yesterday morning. And all of this will be shifting to the east. Right now it's 23 degrees and light snow in Denver, Colorado, following some very warm weather. It's snowing right now in Madison, Wisconsin, following some very warm weather. All of this big temperature plunge will be translating to the east between Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. We'll have a noticeable drop in temperatures here along the I-95 corridor. Well, here's a look at the current U.S. surface map, and here's the culprit right here, a very strong cold frontal system cutting through the south-central part of the nation today. Cold air has moved into the on the backside across the central plains and all the way up to the western Great Lakes. Again, snowing right now in southern Wisconsin all the way to Denver, Colorado. Much colder temperatures today. Meanwhile, on the east side of that front, a strong south to southwest flow of air will continue to boost temperatures here in the eastern third of the nation on Monday. Again, high temperatures, perhaps 80 degrees in D.C., right around the upper 70s to near 80 in Philadelphia, and the low to mid 70s across New York City. Milder temperatures will continue right into the first half of Tuesday. Then that front moves in, and periods of rain, maybe a few strong thunderstorms during the day on Tuesday here in the I-95 corridor, and temperatures begin to plunge late in the day and especially tomorrow night. Well, here's a look at the current radar from the Penn State eWall site, and this particular radar loop has a color distinction to show precipitation type. The whites and blues here across Wisconsin, upper Michigan, in the form of snow. The rain is indicated here by the greens and yellows ahead of that cold frontal system. Again, a dramatic cool down this morning across the western Great Lakes. All of that gradually moving to the east. For the most part, totally dry here in the mid-Atlantic region right now, and there may be a shower during the day. For the most part, it should be a rain-free day, and really just a couple of showers for much of the night. The rain does not really get underway in the D.C., Philly, New York City metro regions until tomorrow morning, and it'll intensify tomorrow afternoon with rain heavy at times and maybe even a few isolated strong thunderstorms in the picture tomorrow afternoon and early evening. Well, let's take a look at some computer forecast maps. This is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. We'll look at 12-hour increments from tonight, Monday evening, all the way to Wednesday morning, and that is the time period where dramatic temperature changes will occur. Here's the forecast map for this evening. Again, a strong south to southwest flow of air. We'll notice the winds really over the next couple of days. It'll be quite windy right through the next 48 hours or so out of the south during the next several hours, and that'll continue to pump in very warm air, again near 80 degrees this afternoon. Showers for the most part holding off to the west of the I-95 corridor. Again, it should be dry, mainly dry, perhaps completely dry during the day today, and just a couple of evening showers are expected. Most of the heavier rainfall is still out in the west of here, out in the central part of the country, in the Midwestern region associated with that cold frontal system. Now let's jump ahead to tomorrow morning. And here's the forecast for tomorrow morning. And this time, the rain starts to really get underway here in the coastal region of the east. Rain, possibly some isolated thunderstorms. Here's that cold frontal system right here now cutting through the western part of Pennsylvania as of tomorrow morning, and there'll be a noticeable drop in temperatures on the backside of this frontal system, and in many areas, especially higher elevation areas, during the day tomorrow the rain will change to snow in the Appalachians, for example, across western and central Pennsylvania, western and central New York, perhaps the West Virginia mountains. During the afternoon tomorrow, there could be some snow and even some accumulations on grassy surfaces up in those interior northeastern higher elevation locations. Let's now jump ahead to Tuesday evening's forecast map. And here it is from last night's Zero-Z GFS model run, the forecast for Tuesday evening. By this time, the surface cold frontal system is at or just east of the east coast. By this time, colder air is now starting to pour in to even the I-95 corridor, and again, it's not out of the question that even into the big cities some sleet or even snow mixes in with the rain, or perhaps even a changeover even into the I-95 corridor before the precipitation ends later on tomorrow night. Temperatures drop all the way to freezing or even below by early Wednesday morning. In fact, let's take a look at the Wednesday morning forecast map. And here it is by Wednesday morning. The precipitation is over, but the cold air is in place. Again, temperatures perhaps anywhere from 27 to about 33 degrees or so in the big cities and the suburbs by early Wednesday morning. A dramatic chill down from the 80 degrees this afternoon. Patchy frost is possible Wednesday night into early Thursday morning as well. Then the chill begins to modify, and we get notice it'll be milder by the upcoming holiday weekend. There is a threat for some showers over the weekend, perhaps centered on Saturday, but big changes over the next 48 hours or so. Again, very warm this afternoon, highs near 80, but near or even below the freezing mark by Wednesday morning, and that chill continues into Thursday. That's it for now. Stay tuned to the SIWeather.com for any updates later on today on meteorology.